Well, today we're here with Mr. Randy Lau from the Tucker Career and College Center in Council Bluffs, Iowa, and we're here today to talk about how he integrates technology into his curriculum and the different programs that he has here for Council Bluffs Community Schools. So, Mr. Lau, I'd like to thank you. And
you bet.
Appreciate you taking your time. So, Mr. Lau, can you tell us a little bit about the classes that you have here at the Tucker Center?
Okay, I teach 3 different courses. I teach digital photography, multimedia, and intro to video production. The intro to video production class is a 3 college credit hour class that students get through Iowa Western. My other classes are just high school credit courses.
Okay. Great. And what type of students do you have that enroll in your classes?
One of the things in the dual credit courses that we have, the students have to pass an asset test or score in the 41st percentile in the ITEDs to be able to take a dual credit course. But my other classes are opened up to just about anybody, and basically kids who are on track to graduate, who have pretty good attendance. But just about anybody who signs up for the class can take it.
Okay. So is it just within Council Bluffs schools, or do you have any students from surrounding areas?
I have students from the parochial school, St. Albert. I have a couple of students from Tri-Center, which is an outlying school district. So it is open to students from outside of our school district too. So we do have a wide variety of students who take courses.
Okay. How do you use technology in your classroom?
Well, being a multimedia class and a photography class, I'll just concentrate maybe right now on the digital photography. You wouldn't think that I would use a lot of web stuff, things like that in my class, but I actually do. Right now all of my students create their own web page. Just simply using Google Sites. Beginning of the year they sign up for a Gmail account, and with that comes Picasa Photo, YouTube, and the Gmail sites. They post their photos, they can put their ISO, things like that. So I integrated the technology to support my benchmarks and standards, I suppose you'd say. It's not about the technology, it's about using it. Technically it's an online portfolio. By the time they get done, they will have anywhere between 20 to 25 different assignments that are on there, and each one is a different page. You can navigate through it. It's very simple to get through, so a kid doesn't have to be able to do HTML or Dreamweaver to be able to do it. It's very simple.
Do you have standards or benchmarks that you follow within all your curriculum?
We actually are in the process of revising all of our CTE classes, and we use the career clusters.
Have you seen a difference in your students and what they learn after integrating technology or new technology into the classroom?
Definitely. The quality of work that the kids are doing has exploded. Again, in my photography class, they don't want everybody else to see something that they handed in. Matter of fact, today we were looking at student web pages. I had a student come up before class and ask me, Mr. Lau, my assignment is not very good. Can you wait till tomorrow to show it? I'll fix it tonight when I go home. And just the thought of them doing something after school was exciting to me, so I said, yeah, we'll look at yours tomorrow. They see that more than just myself. Other people get to see it. Eventually, I'm planning on doing some internships, and they'll be able to use that online portfolio to go out and get an internship. So I'm hoping their quality of work, and I know it is, their quality of work is definitely going up, and they're showing a lot more. And they're showing me things on there because they're messing around with it at home after they get done with their Facebook. They're going on and checking, hey, did you know you could do this? Sure, I know you could do that, but maybe I didn't know you could do that. But they're teaching me along the way, too. It's neat.
Do you have some future plans for your classes? You've talked a lot about your photography class. Is there a certain direction you'd like to see it go?
Basically, this was a huge undertaking that I thought all of my classes right now, all of my assignments, my pacing guide, everything is online. Parents can see it. If a kid misses an assignment, I'd like to work it somehow to where, if they're gone, automatically they get an email saying what the day's assignment was. I haven't quite figured out how to do that, but eventually I will. But it was a big step for me. I'm using a lot less of the printer. Matter of fact, very seldomly do I use the printer. Even my tests are sometimes on. I have little quizzes, and they're online. They go in, they click on it, they get immediate feedback. I don't have to grade tests, which is wonderful. But the tests in my class are more of a minor it's not a major assessment. It's more of just it's a formative assessment, not a summative one. So.
Do you get support from the district in staying on top of all this new technology?
Being in the CTE classes, we probably have a lot more money than some of the others with the Carl Perkins grants. So we have top quality equipment to work with. The kids work with digital SLR cameras. We have 2 high-def cameras that the students use for video. We use Final Cut Pro to edit in video, so the software and the technology is there. I'm kind of self-taught. We don't have a big budget to send me here or there. I just figure it's part of my job and I have to learn how to do it. We don't support our district. I shouldn't say they shouldn't support our journalism classes, and our broadcasting classes have a lot of Macs in them. So I'm kind of the keeper of the Macs, and I'm learning along with them.
So you have to do your own maintenance?
Yes.
Okay.
I do have to do my own maintenance, but I kind of like it that way because then I know what's on the computers and what's not.
Doesn't necessarily, their staff development they have for the district, it's more generalized. It's not technology specific then for you.
Yes, and that's one of the things that I would like to do, and I've been pushing for probably 2 to 3 years now that each school needs to have a couple of instructional technologists. Eventually my goal is possibly to get out of the classroom for the last 10 years that I'm working for the district, and to integrate some of this stuff that I do into different classes. A good example is our English teacher down here. She actually did an audio review of kids' papers. We recorded her voice, we put it on the Mac, we used GarageBand, we saved it into iTunes, she emailed it to them.
Well, I'd like to thank you very much for your time today. I really appreciate it, Mr. Lau. So.
No problem. I love talking about the program.